Hi, good morning. I'm Pam Fox. Thanks for being here. Well, today, as we continue through our 30 days of decluttering, if you haven't come over to the Up Your Game Facebook group on Facebook, I'll leave a link to that below. You can go check it out and join us. So this month we're doing 30 days of decluttering. And we'll see what we're doing next month. I'm toying with all kinds of fun ideas, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, we're about halfway through the month and I feel it's going really well. Of course, anything you do in life is what you put into it. And I've just really kind of dived in to the deep end when it comes to decluttering my home. And my home has never been cleaner, so I'm really excited about it. I still have a lot of projects to go, but things are coming along nicely and I'm really pleased. So this morning, I wanted to talk about a little assignment that I did, and I wanted to share it with you, and maybe you'll join in and do it with me as well. It's an assignment that has to do with decluttering, and it's about kind of understanding why we are the way we are in terms of our relationship with our stuff, okay? So back in, I think it was November, so it's been about 3 months, I've talked about this on this channel briefly before. I want to do a whole video on it, but I stumbled across The Miracle Morning, which is a book by Hal Elrod, and I joined the Miracle Morning Facebook group. And many of you on my Miracle Morning page are also doing, you're over here at my Up Your Game Facebook group. So hi to my Miracle Morning friends. When I discovered that group, the very first morning, what you do is you get up early. You can go check it out, but you get up early and you go through a series of 6 different self-development practices every morning. And the first morning when I sat down to do my scribing, which is your journaling or your writing, I wrote down one thing. I had an idea that came to me and I wrote it down, and that was take care of what you have. Take care of what you have. And that's kind of what's led to me choosing the decluttering for the home improvement section of the 30-day challenge. Take care of what you have. And so I began to kind of explore this, and I came across, I was listening to a Tony Robbins inspirational video on YouTube, and he had given this assignment to write a letter. Actually, it had nothing to do with clutter. The assignment was to write a letter to money, a Dear Money letter, to understand why your relationship with money is the way it is, to understand, your thinking and your practices and your habits all surrounding money. And so I did that assignment, and it was very eye-opening. And as I continued to pursue this decluttering thing that I'm doing, I thought to myself, why not do a Dear Stuff letter? So that's what I've done. I'm going to read it to you. I know it looks really long, but I'm going to read it really quick, and then we're going to talk, and then we'll be done. But I think this sounds kind of strange, and the idea of having an assignment where you write a letter to money or write a letter to stuff, it sounds kind of weird, but trust me, it really does it makes you sit down, it makes you think, it takes you back to your earliest memories of stuff, in this case, stuff, and why we behave the way we do in terms of our stuff. So here we go. Here's the letter. So, Dear Stuff, my earliest memory of you was in the form of toys. Big wheels, roller skates, Lincoln Logs, Tinker Toys, Light Bright, and Legos come to mind. I can't remember as a child ever really wanting you, stuff, in a way that I felt something was terribly lacking. In other words, my relationship with you was pretty content. I mean, sure, I can remember wanting an Easy Bake Oven, for example. I never got one, but I was okay with that for the most part. And in the home I grew up in, stuff, you were abundant. You were disorganized, and oftentimes you were lost in the chaos. I can remember tearful occasions where I could not find you in the form of a ballet shoe, a skirt, a library book, a suitcase, a hairbrush, where tempers flared and feelings were hurt as a disorganized family attempted to rush off to school, to church, or a dance lesson. As I got a little bit older, I began to really desire you in the form of clothing, fashionable clothing, As you know, Stuff, I grew up in a time and place where the world's fashion trends were very, very distant and had little to no impact on my small country town. But whenever my family ventured into the city, for whatever reason, I became painfully aware that I and my entire family dressed differently. When I started making my own money, I spent it all on you in the form of clothing, shoes, and other fashionable accessories. I desired you without boundaries, and my paycheck reflected that fact. Next came my desire for you in the form of items that would promisingly make me more beautiful. Makeup, hair products, skincare solutions, and on and on. Looking back, I can see that I was duped into believing that you, Stuff, would improve my life by making me gorgeous on the outside. The truth is, I was already gorgeous on the outside without you, and I really wasted a lot of money. But that was chump change compared to what was yet to come. Because you see, Stuff, where you really imprisoned me was when I started my family and I began to acquire you in the form of household items. Yes, I was going to need some furniture, curtains, art, kitchen gadgets, computer gadgets, camera gadgets, lighting, pretty fixtures, pretty hardware, throw rugs, new floors, new walls, new paint, new wallpaper, sheets, blankets, comforters, duvets, shams, quilts, picture frames, photo albums, scrapbooking supplies, lawn mower, lawn trimmer, shovels, rakes, trowels, snippers, clippers, pruners, outdoor plants, indoor plants, holiday decor, caddies, cubbies, baskets, pretty boxes, indoor toys and games for the kids, outdoor toys and games for the kids, knickknacks, tchotchkes, and let's not forget a wide variety of throw pillows. Now at this time, Stuff, you as a category became really, really diverse and really, really expensive. Now, creating a comfy home does require some stuff, don't get me wrong. But what I didn't learn at an early age was that if I didn't live within my means, I would eventually find myself in debt. And of course, that's just what happened. However, Stuff, I don't blame you. I don't blame my parents or my upbringing necessarily. They didn't teach me to covet and acquire more of you. But what I did fail to learn was that if you aren't careful, your relationship with Stuff will experience a role reversal. You see, I no longer owned you, Stuff. You owned me. I became a slave to you. Trying to keep track of you as a whole was exhausting. You became a royal pain in my ass, and I was paying for you in the form of a minimum monthly payment on my credit cards. And furthermore, and in the form of interest, which meant you cost me more than your sticker price in the end. Furthermore, what's ironic is that I was the one who wanted and desired you, yet much of you, Stuff, became abused in my home, forgotten, lost, and neglected. I desired you, and then I did not take care of you. Because you became so abundant that I forgot to be thankful for what I had. And you became so expensive that you overwhelmed me. You, Stuff, became a nagging, suffocating, time-sucking, money-sucking distraction in my life. So, Stuff, I've had to learn the hard way, but I'm getting it. No offense, but less of you, Stuff, is more. Less means clean, uncluttered spaces. It means saving money. It means saving time and being able to find things. It means cleaner air. Less of you means actually knowing what I have and giving thanks for it instead of being stressed out by it. Less of you, Stuff, means being able to showcase and care for you, that which does bring purpose and joy to me and to my family. Less of you, Stuff, brings peace to my home and quality to my life. Sincerely, your owner, utilizer, and caretaker, Pam Fox. Whew. Long letter. Well, that was kind of a fun assignment. So I would challenge you to do your own Dear Stuff letter because, of course, everybody's experience and background is going to be different, but it is going to help you understand if you have a problem like I have in my life of, hoarding and not being able to let go and accumulating more stuff than I have space for and not taking care of my stuff, not appreciating my stuff. And just being surrounded by kind of a messy, disorganized environment. If that's you, this might be a good lesson for you. I think the takeaway for that really is in the end there, a couple of things. One is not being a slave to your own stuff. really take a look at the things you own. Do you own them, or do they own you? Are you paying more for them than what they initially cost? And also, are you caring for your belongings? Are you showcasing the things that are important to you, the things that have value and meaning to you? Are you using the things you bought that you thought were going to, be an improvement to your life because they would be a good tool? Are you even using them, or do you even know where they are? Are the things that you cherish, maybe something that was a gift from somebody that you love, do you even know where it's at? Is it in a place where you dust it and you polish it and you enjoy it and you look at it? Or is it in a box somewhere in the attic or the basement? Who knows? So I think these things really helped me just to, along this journey because in the end, all of this work that I've done, if I can't keep it that way, what's really the point? I just did a lot of work just for it to end up right back where I was at. So my hope is, and my goal is that I can start to maintain this and keep it, keep it downsized and keep it clean and keep everything in its place, so that I can breathe, so that I can be at peace, because that's what we all want. After all, we want to be surrounded by beautiful things. There's nothing wrong with that. We are human, and I think that's innate in all of us, to be attracted to beauty. We want to have beautiful things in our home, and we want to have things that will, be good, like I said, useful tools. And so there's nothing wrong with that, but are we caring for those things, and do we own those things, or do those things own us? So something to think about as we continue with our 30-day decluttering challenge. So let's keep up the momentum, guys. I know it's really easy to get excited about this kind of a thing in the beginning and then just kind of, what's the point? It's too much work and I don't have enough time. So, it's the kind of thing that you really do have to schedule in. If you're a busy person, if you've got a family and kids and a million things to do, you kind of have to sit down and schedule it in. Look at your schedule and say, well, we're not doing anything Friday night, so maybe after dinner, really schedule these things in. Decide exactly what the projects are that you want to do, schedule it in. We've got about, I already did the math, I don't know, half a month left to go. So you've got lots of time to get lots of projects done. And just imagine in your mind, really, this is a great exercise. Go around your home and imagine if my home, if that mess wasn't there and this was more organized and this room wasn't totally chaos. I've got a room I still got to get to, my laundry room, where I've just been shoving things all month. So that'll be my final project. I just got to go through and clean. And it's hard this time of year because a lot of that stuff I want to take out to the shed. And I'm just like, I don't want to traipse through the rain and the snow. And it's not snowing here right now, but it was. It's cold and it's windy and it's rainy. We just had a couple of big storms. So anyway, I'll try not to use that as an excuse for too long, and I'll get that laundry room cleaned out. So let's keep up the momentum, and thanks for watching.